Hello. Chinese drama Gen Z EP8. In the evening, Ren Xinzheng took several children from the clinic to go out and gaze at the night sky. They were usually busy with concrete buildings and had never taken the time to admire the stars. Linglin called Sun Toutou over and taught her to appreciate the beauty of nature. Surprisingly, Sun Toutou, who was usually noisy and lively, became quiet. The stars in the night sky were much more beautiful than diamonds. Ren Xinzheng taught her how to recognize the North Star so that she would know which direction to go when she got lost in the future. Linglin arranged the dormitory with Sun Toutou and Xumeng sharing a room. The two had completely contrasting personalities. Xumeng rarely spoke and was very reserved, while Sun Toutou was like an untamed monkey, leaping onto the bed with ease and comfortably stretching her legs while inviting Xumeng to experience the softness of the mattress. Xumeng had strict upbringing and probably rarely encountered such an ill-mannered girl. Linglin was already used to it and instructed Ren Tianzhen and the others to leave their phones in the living room every night at 10 o'clock. Sun Toutou couldn't disagree, as she couldn't win against the majority. Late at night, the sound of a ringing phone startled Xumeng, who screamed and ran into the living room. Unfortunately, the phone kept ringing, and the living room was filled with cries of horror. Linglin, Ren Xinzheng, and the two elderly people in the house were all disturbed by the noise. Linglin carefully comforted Xumeng while Ren Tianzhen stood by her side. With everyone's reassurance, Xumeng's emotions finally stabilized. Ren Tianzhen, fearing a relapse, stayed by her bedside throughout the night. Seeing how attentively her son cared for Xumeng, Linglin couldn't help but worry. Ren Xinzheng understood her concerns. It was normal for a girl like Xumeng, who had good looks and came from a well-off family, to be liked by boys. The more Linglin thought about it, the more sleepless she became. She regretted agreeing to let Xumeng stay with them and reminded Ren Xinzheng to ask Xumeng to move back home the next day. Despite all the events that took place in the evening, Sun Toutou slept through it all and couldn't be awakened even when Linglin called her. The next day, Sun Toutou revived with energy and happily bounced into the living room, asking for food. Linglin instructed her to wait until the whole family was present before eating. In order to have the barbecue buns made by the teacher's wife as soon as possible, Sun Toutou obediently complied and quickly took care of the teacher's grandparents. Finally, it was time for the meal. Before eating, Linglin asked Sun Toutou to learn how to feel the pulse. The morning pulse was the best for diagnosis. Sun Toutou was amazed by this family tradition. Growing up in an orphanage, she had never seen family members examining each other's pulses to determine their health. It was truly interesting to her. In the morning, a patient arrived at the traditional Chinese medicine clinic. She had been feeling unwell for a long time and had consulted various Chinese medicine practitioners after experiencing health issues. She had got that if she turned to Chinese medicine after Western medicine, it would most likely be a terminal illness. However, Ren Xinzheng diagnosed her pulse and confidently said it could be treated. He asked if she had ever killed animals when she was young. The elderly woman replied that she had never killed chickens or geese but enjoyed eating snails. Over a decade ago, her husband fell ill, and she had killed several pigeons. Ren Xinzheng nodded, indicating that the problem lay there. He advised the old woman to find a friend and travel around the country together, visiting temples and paying respects to Buddha. This way, her karmic obstacles would be eliminated, and her health would improve quickly. It turned out that traveling and sightseeing could be a cure for illness. After hearing Ren Xinzheng's enlightenment, the old lady returned home feeling relieved. Sun Toutou couldn't help but feel guilty, realizing that she had eaten more crayfish than the old lady had snails. Her accumulated karmic obstacles seemed too great, and she was frightened. She quickly requested time off to visit a temple and pay respects to Buddha. Ren Xinzheng glared at her and reminded her to get back to work. Zhao Liquan pushed Jingxi for a follow-up visit and encountered a patient at the clinic. They suddenly rushed towards each other and started fighting as if they had gone mad. Chaos ensued, and Ren Xinzheng and the others quickly intervened to separate them. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.